Hey, what's going on? It's New Year's Eve, and I'm sure all of y'all are excited and probably partying it up like it's 1999. I can't believe that it's um, that far removed because I remember I graduated in 1994 and it was just like everything was heading towards that 1999 Prince song. So it's pretty cool that it's coming already come and gone. And now we're heading into 2021. In this video, we're going to talk about stress management strategies. Stress is kind of like anxiety. It's a lot of things actually, but stress in general is something that we are all experiencing right now, especially with COVID, especially with a lot of us being stuck in our homes still. It's just lots of things going on right now, and all of us are affected. And so, in this video, we're going to talk about one, physical exercise, two, sleep, and three, we're going to talk about a really good strategy to get you to relieve some stress. But I'll tell you the third one at the end of the video. So stay tuned. So let's talk about first physical. So, what makes us who we are? There's a lot of things that make us who we are. For example, not only am I a son, I'm also a brother. I'm also a husband. I'm also a father. I'm also a uh, contractor. I'm also a driver. So all of us assume so many different responsibilities simultaneously. So that's like awesome, but at the same time, it's stressful because we're like juggling all these different um, roles that we have in our life. And so that's like, could be stress, could be anxiety laden. So the first thing is exercise. Exercise is so important because what makes up who we are is our physical body. We only get one. And one of the purposes that we're here on earth is to gain a physical body. And so it's important that we take care of it because we only have one thing. Once, for example, uh, that old deal where whenever you're on the airplane and this the flight attendant is showing you about putting on the mask, the oxygen mask. Why do you think they tell you to put the oxygen on your face first before anyone else? And you probably know why. Because if you are out of it because you're trying to help other people, then you're pretty much going to be useless to other people. So the best thing to do is put on your oxygen mask first, and then you'll be able to help other people. So that's like physical exercise. Physical exercise is just movement. Um, movement is like what we're built for. We're built to move. And I think a lot of the health problems we have right now is due to us just being in this, like what I'm doing right now, sitting here and talking and not moving. Well, I do move, but not at this moment. You know, I don't think we were made to have prolonged sitting at one place. So I think exercise is so important. It can be 5 minutes, it can be a walk, it could be bike ride, it can be pretty much anything you want. Jumping jacks, you can do it at home. Any kind of movement is good movement. I always remember someone said that boats, for example, nice yachts, they weren't made to be just sitting in the harbor. They were made to go out and go through the ocean waves and everything. They were meant to be enjoyed, not to be just sitting on the harbor at the dock and not doing anything. So the second thing about stress management strategy, or the second strategy, is sleep. A lot of us don't get enough sleep. And the reason why is because I think is because we have a lot of social media. There's so many things. We have an overload of information in our lives. There's so many things. I mean, you probably have seen yourself when you're trying to focus on something and like you're just about to do it and then something else pops up. I mean, we live in a digital world right now, and there is things happening all the times, noises, smells, and that's just the surface of it. Thoughts in our mind, for example. Not to mention all the different social media. They got Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I mean, Pinterest. They've got tons of things to preoccupy our time and also bother our sleep because we don't want to miss out on anything. And so we lack a lot of sleep. And sometimes when we do sleep, we're not getting the maximum amount of sleep or the what is that called, the kind of sleep where you actually sleep. And I forgot. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like a deep sleep, but there's like some technical term that describes it. So things like caffeine, for example, as we move into 2021, maybe that's something that you can look at reducing. If you're drinking a lot of caffeine, maybe you can not do it as much so that you can fall asleep. Maybe you can get into some habits of where you don't hang around in your bedroom scrolling on your phone. Maybe it's something that you leave outside of your bedroom so that you can fully like become like a ritual. Every time you go into your or sit on your bed, your mind automatically tells you, hey, it's time to sleep, it's time to shut down, and it's time to just go to bed. So maybe keeping that cell phone away from your bedroom or even your bed, if you can put it underneath your bed, maybe that might help. But I believe sleep is very important. As I get older, man, I would love for, like, who remembers whenever our parents would be like, well, you're grounded to your room or you have to go to sleep early. Man, back then it was bad. Now it's like, if you told me to go to sleep, I say, okay, it's a punishment, right? Okay, I'm gone. Yes, I'm gonna go to sleep right now. The third thing, since y'all stayed with me to the video until now, is to write a to-do list. A lot of times we have stress because although our body is tired, our minds are still working. And so the only way to have our minds stop working and less stress and anxiety is to complete tasks. There's the smallest things that you can do to complete tasks. For example, you could, when you first wake up in bed, or whenever you first wake up in the morning, you can make your bed. I mean, that's one task. Maybe you can, like, sometimes you have to really focus on the little things that you're already doing, and think of it as, hey, I'm completing these tasks, and hopefully that can be a momentum builder in your brain, in your thoughts, that, hey, I completed this, I'm on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. In that way, you'll have less stress because you're writing it down and then you're checking it off your list. There's like that notes thing in the on the iPhone where you can like check off lists and stuff. But nonetheless, like making lists, to-do lists, and not just making them, but actually completing them, even if it's small, something small, tangible, concrete, and the most important is that it's attainable. That's very important. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope 2021 brings you as much joy and happiness as 2020 did. I think a lot of times people can have a narrative in their mind that 2020 was like not the best. Well, the fact that we're alive, I think that's awesome, and that we have another chance at continuing to improve ourselves. If you like this video, please share, like, and maybe you can subscribe or put on that one deal with the bell, ring that bell, whatever that means, so that you can be notified whenever I do a video. Thank you very much. Happy New Year's.